Hi guys, so today I'm gonna go outside and I am going to take care of the animals. Thought I'd bring you guys with me. We can chat about stuff like we've been doing lately. It's really nice because often when I'm filming these videos or filming a video in general, sitting down and talking to you guys, I'm usually like putting on makeup. But it's really nice to be able to get other things done other than put makeup on. So it's almost like we can have these awesome chats, but like hanging out as friends instead of being stuck inside at a table. And these ladies are ready to go out. Depends on the day if I let the ladies out or not, but today is not supposed to rain, so I think that they deserve a little outside time. To free range, I would say probably 4 days a week we let them free range, and then the other 3 days we let them stay in their run. Hello ladies! Good morning. I'm just gonna let them out. Come on out, girls. We built all of this for them. And so they live in this run when they're not out. It's pretty big. So their water bucket is hideous. I need to change it. So I'm just gonna do that real quick. We have one of these like 5-gallon buckets. We drilled holes in it, put these little like waterers, these little watering cups in, and then we just hang it from this rope so it doesn't sit on the ground. We also recently added sand in here instead of what we had, which was like straw. We had pine shavings, and then it just kind of got mucky. Like it was the muckiest muck. So we added sand instead. You can see the pile of sand we had delivered right there. And oh my God, what a difference. If you have chickens, highly recommend sand in their run. Also, how weird is this? It's the middle of December and we have roses blooming. Look at this. They don't look great, but this rose, I'm gonna peel some of the outer layer off. This is the Coco Loco rose. Oh my God. And it is the most vintage rose, gorgeous milk chocolate purple pink. Such a beautiful rose. I cannot even tell you, they're kind of dying, but I didn't think they would even bloom in winter. Like who would have thought? This was gonna be our chicken coop. We went and picked it up, a free chicken coop. We didn't know what it was gonna look like. Somebody offered it to us and then we were like, that's not big enough. So we went from that to that. We built this guy March. Me and Zach did this all by ourselves. Can you even believe it? Look how cute it is. I am freaking proud of it. I love it so much. I cannot get enough of it. I need to water everything in here. We only water it about once a week, but still gotta stay watered. We have all of our citrus over here. We have kumquats and limes and mandarins and grapefruits. And then this is an avocado tree. This guy on the back here is jasmine. And then we've got some more citrus over here, cactus over here. So right here, I don't know if you guys can see them in the frame, but these are crocus. And we didn't mean to plant them in the winter, but they just naturally came up because we had them sitting inside and they thought that it was spring or something. So these are saffron crocus. So we grew our own saffron, which is pretty freaking cool. They've all been off and on sick for a while, as is the norm this time of year. So we haven't had a lot of childcare, but Zach and I had childcare yesterday and it was actually divine. Like we went Christmas shopping for everybody. We went and had ramen for lunch. It was so wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful to be able to spend that day with him and that time. We just had such a lovely day. We listened to some podcasts together. We're trying to like read the Bible, like learn about it. Actually, like learn about it. We had really good conversation. We ate like an amazing lunch. Physically shopping in stores, smelling all the perfumes, buying gifts for people. Like it was just such a wonderful day. And it made us both realize we really do love each other. The only reason that we argue is having somebody that's so overstimulating around us all the time and we're not really getting our full level of self-care, you know? But other than that, like we had such a lovely time and man, it made us realize we really need to reconnect as husband and wife. Did I water everything? No, I gotta get this fern. I love having this microphone because I don't have to worry about the audio and you guys not being able to hear me. It's literally life-changing. So I've been trying to be more active here on YouTube. Oh. Be able to be more candid, real, honest, and have good chats with you guys. But it's really nice to be able to do it while doing things because these are all chores that I need to get done anyway, but that I often am not able to do as much of as I need, because if I'm sitting upstairs putting on makeup, it's just hard to get out, get all these things done, and be able to do that. So it's really awesome that I can come out here and just chat with you guys about things while doing chicken chores. So I made a video the other day that I have not posted yet, and it's me talking about that I have been struggling with like really bad headaches lately. I know, me and headaches, like weird. I never have headaches. That's not true. I have a headache disorder. You all know that. However, these are not cluster headaches. I'm clenching my damn jaw all day long. And it must be a stress-related thing. We do have a lot of family stressors going on right now. Things outside of YouTube that I just don't ever bring up or talk about because they're just not, it's not for the internet, you know. But I am clenching my jaw so bad that I'm doing it in my damn sleep, and I'm waking up with these intense headaches. And also, it seems like food-related. I don't know. So I need to like get my shit under control. And I talked to you guys about it in a video recently, how I'm gonna go grab the hose, hang on. Okay, anyway, I talked to you guys in a video that I haven't uploaded yet, but I will be soon, recently, about how I hate to be the statistic, but in 2024, things are gonna change. I have to have something change because I'm at the absolute precipice of where I can be with my mental health, my physical health. Like, I can't, ew, got chicken shit spraying all over me. I can't get my mental health in any better of a state than it's in now without exercise. It's not possible, and I'll tell you why. Because I have been in therapy 2 days a week. Oh, I just sprayed the shit out of my new sweater! But I've been doing therapy twice a week, every week for 2.5 years. And I'm on medication for anxiety and stuff like that and stress. And if I'm not better with all of those things, and I'm a lot better, but I'm not better to the point where I need to be or want to be. And if I'm not, then that shows me that there's one additional little piece missing. And that additional little piece is exercise. And I've known it. But I also am not eating as healthy as I need to, and just all different kinds of things. I'm gonna start exercising. And you're gonna be seeing more of me out here doing chores, because that is a part of my challenge, my new health journey challenge. So you guys can come with me, and I'm gonna document it because, well, I want to be more present online. I feel like the time has come. I am ready. I feel like it took me 3 years, but that was it. 3 years was the amount of time I needed to get my bearings back as a person after becoming a mother. Could you hear anything I said, or was it just purely water? It's water for you ladies if you need it. Hey, Frummy. Hey, Frum. Hey, Frum. That's my girl Frumble. Hi. When I let them out to free range, I don't feed them their actual diet first thing. I let them eat, I let them peck around, I let them scratch, I let them eat bugs and grass. Right now they're dust bathing, let me show you. But I don't feed them their diet because that's the way I can get them back in the coop. I just go bang on the trash can and say, ladies, and they all frickin' come running. So that's how I get them back in, and that's what I shall do in a little while after they've had their morning jaunt. Right, now that I'm sufficiently hideous, let's go feed the quail, take care of the quail. We've got 17 chickens and 11 quail, and the quail, honestly, I wouldn't do it again. We hatched them from eggs in our incubator. We went and did all that, and honestly, I just feel bad for them. They never really warm up to people. They don't ever seem happy. They seem scared constantly. Doesn't matter how much you've handled them or been around them, they're just not that kind of an animal. They're kind of like, I can liken it to a bird that sort of acts like a mouse. They seem like a mice to me. I prefer chicken eggs to quail eggs. My son is allergic to quail eggs. He's had 2 separate episodes of like severe vomiting, and both were only after eating quail egg. And he's had chicken egg a million times, no issues. So yeah, that's really weird. Well, here they are. We give them branches to hide under, and we built this cage too. Here they are. They're all back in these branches. They're just not, they're sweet. And they only live 1 to 2 years anyway, like on average, which is actually so sad. But after these guys are gone, we're gonna open up the front of their cage. I'll show you their cage. We built an A-frame. We're gonna open up the front of this and maybe get some small goats and have this be like the goat's house. And then we might like fence in this area here. So we have all these woods. You see that pink? I don't know if you guys can see it, but my husband is building a tree net back here. It's our second tree net. We already have another one. We might fence in these areas and get some goats. That's what we're thinking. Maybe, I don't know exactly the type of goat. My husband probably is thinking pygmy. Maybe Nigerian. I got something recommended to me in the homepage of my YouTube, and it was the Whatever podcast. And that's not something I would typically watch. It's not really my type of content, just mostly because it's talking from like, it's like a dating podcast at the end of the day. So I've only like watched a couple of them, but man, I really, for some odd reason, feel like I need to give my commentary on it. So if you guys would like to see a Whatever podcast reaction video, I could do that, because I feel like some of the topics that are talked about on this podcast are so infuriating. I think that what really surprises me is that people think this way. They kind of debate back and forth with like questions and prompts, and people will ask questions that like write into the podcast, or like viewers, because I think it's live. I just feel like sometimes some of the thought processes of the men on the podcast are like the most infuriating thing, because a lot of them are very, I don't really know how to describe it. I guess I'm just so shocked to hear how many, I don't even know what the word is. They would deny that it's like chauvinistic, or I don't really know what the terminology would be. And maybe it's because I haven't been single in such a long time that I do not understand the dating scene at all. And that could absolutely be the case. It is very eye-opening to me, the thought processes of some of the people. And so like sometimes people will ask me like, oh, how do you make a marriage work? Or how have you and your husband been together for so long? Just for like context, we've been together for 18 years. It's interesting because some of my responses and my answers to those questions now, with the context of how people think in today's day and age, if this is any sort of, if that podcast is any sort of, if it's reminiscent of how people in today's dating world and society actually think, like if those are kind of the agreed upon messaging of like most men, and those are kind of the agreed upon values, I find it very fascinating. I didn't realize that there were so many men out there who think that they should be able to control a household. You are my wife. You are subservient to me. Like obviously you should be able to, you know, have a say in things, but ultimately what I say goes. And that was like the podcast that I saw. And as I was sitting there watching it, I was kind of like, really, really taken aback by how all the women were like, no, I can agree with that. And I'm like sitting there thinking, the fuck? And maybe that's because my husband and I do not have that kind of relationship at all. Whereas I feel like we are just an absolute partnership. It's not what I say goes or what he says goes. It is what we say and agree upon goes. And so I find it very fascinating that there are people out there, and quite many of them, maybe it's just exclusive to this podcast, but I would love to hear your thoughts of people who live in these structures of relationships that are very like man on top, woman underneath. And I mean, hey, if you want to live that way, like if that actually fills your cup, makes you happy, makes you feel like you are in a partnership, like you do you, if that's the kind of relationship that you want. It was a little alarming to me on how all of the men sort of like agreed. And yeah, of course men are the top. And it's like, what the fuck? I don't know. I just found it really, really bizarre. Maybe I don't even really have much of a leg to stand on. I mean, I am a person and I'm allowed to have an opinion, but anyway, I don't know why. If you guys want to hear me like react to some of it and hear my thoughts around it as somebody who has been in a successful, I would call successful relationship for coming up on 20 years, let me know. I don't know. I feel like that could be kind of fascinating. I typically don't do react content, but I love it. And so I would love to do it, but I just have never really ventured into it. So if you guys would be interested in seeing something like that, please let me know. That's kind of the end of today's video. I just wanted to get some chores done, tasks done, and chat with you guys about some things. I'm going to just continue working on things today. I do want to make some videos. I have a lot of video ideas. Like I have a huge list of video ideas that I want to do, but a lot of them are a little difficult to make because they're like a big deep dive. So let me know what you guys are interested in seeing. If you have any topics that you would like me to either deep dive into or react to specific videos online, I would think that could be really fascinating. Yeah, I thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me today and for doing chores with me. I was able to get a bunch of stuff done and it feels really good. So I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you at my next video. Okay, bye.